Hello, Infant, and welcome back, everybody. Welcome back here to Resonant Rise 3, where today, guys, we need to continue our path along the way of making lots and lots of redstone flux, I think is the term. Yes, indeed, that is the term indeed. But let's get into our R5. What is it? F5? It's F5. And I want to show you this tunnelway I made. Look at this. I think this visually looks very pleasing to me. It may be a bit, what is the word? Repetitive? Yeah, it's definitely repetitive. We could break that up by putting some struts in here. But I really like these blocks of silver, and if one thing I'm starting to understand about the Resonant Rise pack is that silver has very little uses, but the ore spawn for silver is insane. The only other thing I have more of is lead, and I think the only reason I have more lead than I have silver is because I have started using silver on a lot of different building projects. If we can get our high speed, yeah, we're moving at high speed over here. I want to show you real quick, my wither killing zone, which I have pimped out a little bit. But yeah, I used silver blocks. All of this is silver blocks put into, we'll just pick one out here and we'll open up our chisel. So a block of silver, along with being silver, which I guess is pretty valuable, although it's only used in a handful of things, has a lot of really good textures to it. Now, I really only dig these first two textures, especially this second one, the shipping crate, because with the shipping crate, you could kind of make like those shipping crates that you see at like a dock and stuff, but there's all these other little weird textures, but basically just concern yourself with these first two ones. They are the best for sure. So we're going to pull that back out of there and put it there, but I think it makes for a really nice hallway. And I got a ton of silver, so it's not a problem at all. So this is my wither killing zone. I've definitely pimped it out just a little bit because I had a bunch of silver and I said, why the heck not? And yeah, so this golem, he is the last living golem from my last wither attack. So yeah, there's the wither killing zone, and I love walking through this with all the stripes and stuff. I think it's really cool. But anyway, let's get back to business. Yeah, so our main plan is to create lots and lots of RF. And seriously, the best way to do that is big reactors. So I have been investigating via forums and whatnot on really efficient reactor designs, and I've got one in mind. It's going to be very kind of pancakey, and I'm going to build it on this level here. I've even got it laid out. It's going to be like a weird 19 by 19 by 1. So it's really only going to be, actually it'll be 3 blocks tall, but 1 is going to be how the middle part takes place. So yeah, it'll be a 19 by 19 by 3. And so yeah, I've got the space laid out up here, and I even put up some candelabras to make it look extra fancy. And so yeah, so this is where I'm going to put my big reactor. But I've run into a little snag. So I've been creating lots of things to get the big reactor ready. I got my gelid chirothium here. I've got one drum full, and this one's about half full. So I've got tons of gelid chirothium, so I'm good on that aspect of it. Now, one thing I'm going to need is something called a casing. So hopefully if I type in casing here, we are going to get the big reactor casings. So in order to make these, you need graphite bars, and the way I'm getting my graphite bars is I am putting charcoal into one of my draconium chests, and it processes it into graphite bars, which is really cool. We can either put yellorium or what is it? It was the uranium. Uranium. You got to roll your R's on the uranium. Because it is it's Espanol for sure. It isn't. But the other thing you need is steel, and this totally threw me for a loop because I thought this was going to actually be easy because big reactors, from what I've heard, are actually fairly simple to make, but I don't have any steel or anything equivalent to that. So if we type in casing again, there's 3 types of materials we can get. We can get Railcraft steel, we can get Artifice steel, we can get Tinker's steel, or Railcraft steel. So there's lots of steels. We can also use this stuff called refined iron, which apparently requires nether pig iron or steel dust. Steel dust apparently requires dusting, which I don't want to do because dusting is a pain in the butt. So that leaves me with 2 options that I'm willing to explore. One of them being Railcraft, and the other one being Mechanism. And I think I'm going to explore both of them because that sounds fun to me. So first off, let's start off with a Railcraft Industrial Blast Furnace. Oh, well, let's just type Blast. I think that'll get us there. Blast Furnace. And if any of you guys have played around with Railcraft, there's a multi-block thingy. We can make a 3x4x3 hollow structure, and it will make a blast furnace. So let's go ahead and make a few of those. And by a few, I mean 64. And I think I'll go ahead and set these up down here. Now, I really do enjoy Railcraft. I think at times it gets a bit complicated, but that is fine by me. I think things in mods should be a little bit more complicated than some of the mods give them credit for. But yeah, so we need to make ourselves a structure like this. You leave the middle hollow and just build up a 3x3x4, and you should see this little window when it's fully formed. And in here, you can put one or two things to power it. You can put charcoal, or you can put coal coke. Now, I don't want to go through the process of making coal coke, because that requires, what does it require? It requires a coke oven. And if we look at coke ovens, coke oven takes all this stuff, and it also takes a long time to make, and then you get a byproduct of, what is it, creosote oil. And so I don't want to make it. It's just a step I'm not willing to take at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make two of these. I'm going to separate them by two. I'm going to make two of these blast furnaces. And the one drawback to making the industrial blast furnaces versus the other ways to create steel or refined iron in this game is that the blast furnaces are a little bit slow. But the good thing about playing this game on a server, like I am, hold on, we need more. We need more, please. Hold on, what? Go up, there we go. One thing about doing that is, yeah, 4 should be fine, right? I can't even remember. Yeah. Yeah, 4 is the exact amount. Very cool. So you need a stack plus 4 to make 2 of these. Interesting. Let's get rid of these. I think we'll be fine. I'll put them back here for no good reason. Okay, so I need to put iron or iron blocks into these, plus charcoal. So what I'm going to do, just for the meantime, is I'm going to borrow this. I hate to get rid of our power situation, but I think we'll be fine. I'll make myself another one after the episode is done. So we put one there, and let's see here. I've got some item conduits. So if we do something like this, we could very quickly and easily insert charcoal into both of these from our charcoal farm. So yeah, we'll just turn that off, and they are both full. Very good. The one thing I do like about the Railcraft blocks is it is very easy to pump things into it. So now that that is done, I think what I want to do is I'm going to grab, I'm just going to grab a gray barrel, and I'm going to put it right here. And then we're going to put another set of these in here, but we're going to have to kind of, we're going to have to disconnect it right here because I don't want them connecting in any way. So if I do that and that, they won't connect. So we definitely want them pulling out. Extract without redstone signal. Extract. Nope. There we go. Extract these, and then we want to insert here. Thank you. And what I can do is I've got a ton of iron, so we're going to actually put iron blocks in here. I don't think it'll be a huge deal. I've got 109 there. It would also be really awesome to feed these into it as well. So let's clear this recipe, and let's make ourselves like stacks and stacks and stacks of these. So this will definitely eat up a bit of our iron, but I need a ton of steel to make this, so I don't see it as a bad thing. All right, so we're gonna need probably yet another. Let's just borrow a chest. No, we'll just use a barrel. I think we have like maybe one regular barrel down here. No, we'll just use this guy. Who cares? Boom. We'll grab this guy. We'll stick him up. Yeah, we'll stick him right there, and we'll disable that one. And if we turn on hover, which I thought I had on, but I do not. Do that. We'll do that. And I'm going to stick all of my iron blocks into this barrel. Like that. And it will extract without redstone signal. We want to set this to insert And the same with the other guy. Insert. So, with that all being done, it should start up. So we've got a little bit of a system here. We got 13 blocks of iron. We're going to put a few more in there. And it's going to eat up a ton of this charcoal. And yeah, so eventually this will make steel. It's going to take a long time to do because I'm using blocks of iron. And even with just like regular iron, it takes a long time. So it's going to take... it's going to take so freaking long now that I think about it. Every once in a while, this recipe breaks in here. Sometimes if I click too fast, it's like NEI can't fill it up, or maybe AE can't fill it up. Look at that, I made iron bars. Alright, so that's enough iron blocks for that. So I can make 25 stacks of iron blocks. It's going to take forever. As you can see, this is going very slowly. So we've got that way to make it, so we'll just let that sit. And what we can do is we can explore the other way to make iron, which is the mechanism way, which I think everyone considers it the easier way. It just requires getting into mechanism. So let's check it out. It's worth a try. Maybe we can get there a little faster. So let's see here. Actually, let's just type in mechanism. I need just like one machine out of this, but I also want to pimp it out at the same time. I think it's this guy right here. It's the metallurgic infuser. So if we look at that, it requires these things. What could I possibly be missing for the metallurgic infuser? And then NEI goes ahead and switches up on me. NEI! All right, where is it? I just saw it. It was up here. There it is. It moved. I see it. Okay, that takes iron. There is no way that I'm out of iron. Am I really out of iron? Did I make all of my iron into blocks? I think I did. Holy shnikes. Oh my god, I used all of my iron to make steel. How crazy is that? That is absolutely insane. All right, so we've got 10 iron, 20 iron, 30 iron. Luckily, this draconian chest here. Man, I thought I had a lot of iron, but I do not. I'm going to have to get on the ball with making some ding-dong iron. Okay, so iron in here. And then, oh my god, NEI, will you please remember what I make? NEI always forgets what I'm making over here. We're going to make 2 of these. I have no idea why. But let's also type in mechanism again and see if we can steal ourselves a few upgrades. Maybe there's like a speed upgrade. Let's see here. Item speed upgrade. This looks like it's going to take some doing, so I'm gonna say nuts to that for now. And let's maybe put it right here. We're gonna take these 2 guys away, and we're gonna put our 2 metallurgic infusers right here for now. Of course, god dang these invisible blocks, man. So if you look at this, you've got kind of a thing here. I think what we could do is we could take charcoal. But you want to spell it correctly. Alright, we're gonna let's grab maybe like 2 stacks of this. Just so we can get like them both going. If you put charcoal here, it will turn it into carbon, which you then can infuse to another block to make another thing. So I'm gonna infuse both of these with charcoal. And then I'm gonna grab myself 2 stacks of iron. That's not the one. Alright, so we got iron there. Let's actually look and see what other iron solutions we have here. We have iron, we have essence of iron, which we can pretty easily turn into iron ore by doing that. So there's 64, 64, 64. So it's not that we're hurting for iron, it's just that I stopped caring about it because it was so easy to have. I don't know. And then I turned it all into steel blocks, so there you go. Alright, let's grab that, and then I should just be able to stick it in here, right? It's been a while since I've messed with metallurgy, or metallurgic infusers. But that is not... Oh, there it goes! It was just a little bit of a thing. So that should do something. So that makes enriched iron. And then I think what I can do is I can take this enriched iron, and I can put it here, and then that will turn it into steel dust, right? Does that work? Let's check it out. I'm not positive of this, but I'm almost... Yeah, there you go, steel dust. So, if I can figure out this side config... What is this? slots. Infuse purple. Auto eject on, and then purple is the top. Alright, let's try this. Can I get the purple to show there? Is that doing? No. I never understand their side configuration thing. So, auto eject, purple. Can I set this to purple? Oh, we want to set it to red. Actually, no, we want to set it to, I think this is blue. So, let's grab this and turn this to, we're going to turn that to, turn this one into blue. Dark output, okay. And then I want red to be the top. Will that do? That did it! Okay, we kind of half figured it out, even though that was very weird. I think I got it. And maybe if we're smart, let's see if a hopper will work. I love hoppers, and I just assume they work with everything. So let's put a hopper on the side of this old boy. Put a hopper there, and I want to set the side config. Hold on, let's go back. So we need the iron to show up in red. So if we set the side to red, which it already is, we should be able to throw iron in there, and it goes in. Cool. All right, we figured out metallurgy a little bit. Just a little bit. And maybe, now this is getting hopeful here. Let's type in barrel. We're just going to grab one barrel here, and we're going to stick it right there. If I can get blue to output on the side, which it already is, auto eject on. There we go. Look at that. We've already made 7, what is this, steel dust? And with all hope, I should just be able to grab this and maybe stick it. I'm going to try sticking it in the, well, let's try sticking it in the alloy smeltery because it's not full of garbage at the moment. Actually, it is full of garbage. Get out of there, garbage. I've been making Enderium with it, and it's full of Enderium garbage. Can I put steel dust in here? Yes! Haha! So I can make steel this way. Very cool. Oh, it's actually making refined iron. Gross. Get out of there. Oh, I don't... Well, refined iron will work, but what I would like to do is kind of make a thing so I don't have like these hundreds of different you know, like metal types and whatnot. Let's type in ore dictionary, automatic ore converter, ore conversion table. Can I make this? What am I missing? This, we need a crafting table of all things. And then we go like this, make the thing, an ore converter. And then we do that, and we get an ore conversion table. If I put this here, and I put refined iron in here, look at this. I can get any of the steels out. So look at that. We can turn it into Railcraft steel. So cool. All right. So it may be a little funky, but we can convert it to whatever steel we want to. Not that it really matters, but anyway. I wonder what this is going to do. This turns it into mechanism steel. That is so weird. So if you use the alloy smelter, it turns it into refined iron. If you use the draconium chest, it turns it into mechanism steel. So I'm wondering which kind of steel we give a damn about, and do we even care about this conversion nonsense? It's an idea. I mean, it would be nice to have them all one thing so they don't take up more than one slot. So for now, I think what we'll do is we'll do the mechanism steel. We have 16 of it, and now that we have mechanism steel, we should be able to make this casing. Let's check it out. So let's check out casing. There we go. Look at that. We made ourselves 16 casings so far. Now we're gonna need a ton more than this. Let me look at my calculations here. I'm gonna need 895 casings. So that's quite a few. So we're at 16 at the moment, so we're well on our way. Oh my goodness gracious, we're so almost there. So guys, there's that. And let's go down here real quick and see. We've got one block of steel. Look at that. So if I put this steel block, this should be Railcraft steel, right? Yeah. If I put this Railcraft steel in here, will it do a thing too? Can we turn it into mechanism? Railcraft, industrial craft, artifice, tinker's construct, mechanism. Aha! Man, look at that. That's a handsome looking block right there. Anyway, I can then turn that into ingots and throw them into here and make even more doodads. So we've got 2 types of steel being made here. They both are good. One thing I probably need to keep a hold of here is putting charcoal into each of these doodads to just keep it going. And yeah, so cool. So I'm gonna grab a lot more iron out of here, and I'm gonna stick it in this guy. I can't believe I ran out of iron. That just seems so odd to me. And yeah, so cool, guys. We got our iron source set up now. And there was one other little thing I wanted to show you guys before we ended the episode, but that's going to require going over to our Betania area. If I could get a running start, that would be great. Hold on. Hoi! There we go. It's the only way to fly, baby. So we go way over here. Oh, activated hover mode. So I've got all this mana that is being used for nothing at the moment. One thing we could turn the mana into is redstone flux, but I don't care about that anymore. So what I'm going to do with this, the surplus of mana that I have, and I've already started the process, is I'm going to turn it into dungeon loot. Mainly because I want this iridium ore. This iridium ore I can use to make like really powerful either armor or really powerful solar panels. And right now I've got 3 stacks of this stuff, and from what I hear, it's actually really hard to get. So, like, that's the one thing that slows you down on making the solar panels. You see what I'm saying? But I can make it actually, I'm not going to say easy, but easier than the other ways by using the lunium. So the lunium, you guys have seen in my old videos. If you haven't, go check out my old videos. What are you waiting for? I'm going to put it right here. And it's going to, if I can grab my wand, I'm going to set it to go to this mana pool right here. And this mana pool has a dominant spark on it. So it's going to draw from all of these other mana pool areas. And it's going to turn all of that mana into dungeon loot. Now, I've got the kinds of dungeon loot I want to store here. So right here, I've got dimlets. I want to use dimlets for making dimensions later in the game or doing other stuff. We'll have to talk to Monkey Puzzle about that, but whatever. I've got 3 stacks of Ender Lily seeds and 3 stacks of these. Over here, I have a garbage can. The garbage can is being set to throw away this stuff. I don't care about this stuff, so I'm throwing it away. I don't need it, don't want it. Over here, oh wait, in this filing cabinet, I have it set to collect knowledge notes. Now, I don't know what these are yet, but I do want to check them out, so I'm collecting them. So, these are knowledge notes. I'm collecting them here in this filing cabinet. Very good stuff. And then miscellaneous stuff goes here. Stuff I don't quite want to get rid of, but maybe later, I don't know. Like, I honestly could make the Thaumonomicons go away. I don't need them. I don't know what these crazy Technicolor glasses do. They probably do something amazing. But I'm just going to keep these items just in case they're handy. And a couple of them I do want to keep. If you guys have ever messed with this mana in a bottle, it is kind of funky stuff. I'm going to get somewhere like a little safe. I'm going to do it here in this hole. But it kind of gives you a random effect every time you drink it. So let's drink it here. And I'm not sure what happened there. But something blew up. I don't know. I think it was just an exploding noise. Hopefully that didn't destroy anything. But if you drink it again, all of my stuff got thrown on the ground. So you gotta be careful. Oh my god, I can't believe it did that. I haven't had that one happen to me yet. That is super cool. Oh my god. But let's do another drink here. Sometimes it'll do good things, but most of the time it'll throw all of your stuff on the ground. Let's do it one more time. And that time it teleported me. It's teleporting me all around. That time it teleported me. One more drink. And oh my god! There's a little fairy. It spawned a fairy. But anyway, every time you do it, it'll give you kind of a different thing. It's kind of cool. I actually dig them a lot. I'm going to throw this over here to get the item collector to pick it up. But one thing that happened to me a couple of times, I'll show you over here at my base. I drank from the mana pool, or the mana bottle, and it gave me my own head, which I think is really cool. So it was like a free head out of it. A lot of times it'll just mess with you, but every once in a while, it'll give you this. Oh my god, these things are noisy. I don't know if I like this. It's so noisy. I'm going to have to put like something over there to shut them up. But anyway, guys, I think that's a good wrapping up point. I appreciate all of you guys stopping by. If you have any comments or questions or ideas, or you don't want to see me fall off the edge of the world like a fool, there we go. Hey, if you have any comments or questions, leave them below. I love your comments and questions. They help guide me along this process. And yeah, so as always, guys, thank you all for stopping by. I appreciate your existence and all that garbage. Goodbye. See you later, baby.